Hi guys, Steph here. What have we got for you today? Nice and simple. It does what it says on the tin. It's a cross fountain pen. Before we show you the pen, don't forget people, just below, if you enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, no problem. And don't forget to subscribe. So, as I say, what we've got is a cross pen. So if we take this outer casing off, we've got a case inside here, like so. Let's put that to one side. And once again, it says cross on the case itself. And if we open it up, look at that. Lovely, lovely pen. Again, tells us it cross pen to the top there. If we take this sort of top section off, which holds the pen, you can see underneath it's got the converter for the pen. I've also added, there was no ink cartridges in the case, so I've added 2 brand new cartridges for the new owner, so somebody can decide whether they're going to use the converter or the cartridges. So let's put that to one side and let's show you this lovely handsome pen. Now, as I say, we've got a cross pen. Which one is it? Nice and simple. This is the Cross Century. That's it. The early Cross Century fountain pen. As you'll see in a moment, made in Ireland. Now, some people get confused with the Cross Classic, etc. They also brought the Century Mark II after this one, but this one, as I say, is just nice and simple. It's the Cross Century fountain pen, the very earliest pen. You can see it's got a slight taper towards the nib there. The end is sort of quite flat, as you can see there. And this one is actually 925 sterling silver. Okay, so it's a sterling silver fountain pen. If we just bring it a little bit closer, you can see hallmarks just to the cap there. There's one somewhere on the barrel, a little bit difficult to see over the camera. If we show you the cap there, you can see it's got the very recognizable slightly humped cross clip, and to the very top we've got the cross, and the word cross is written in script. Just above that it's got, as it say, metal. And then to the very top of the pen, I don't know how clear it'll be being a silver pen, but it actually has the word cross. It's got the cross symbol as well. It's got sterling silver 925, and to the bottom it's got made in Ireland. Okay, now the cross pens, in my opinion, are very, very much underrated pens. The cross pens made in Ireland, they were the original sort of cross pen. Well, they were made in USA as well, but then they were made in Ireland. I believe production in Ireland was from around about 1970, I believe. I think this pen I'm dating around about the 1980s. So, as I say, it's the original Cross Century fountain pen. To the very top there, you can see it's got this sort of slightly black sort of ring to the top of the cap. It's got this silver stud to the very top there. And this particular model, the sterling silver, is quite a rare model. For the people that collect the cross pens will be aware that the silver and the gold pens are very, very sought after pens, especially in this, well, as I say, the first Cross Century models. I believe they made other sort of different colours, different metals, maybe chrome, gold plated, etc. But again, repeating myself, this one being sterling silver is quite desirable and quite sought after by the cross collectors. As I say, for me, very much underrated pens. I think I've actually got a cross pen in my collection, cross pen and ballpoint in the green bark pattern, tree bark pattern. A very, very nice pen, also quite a rare pen. But this one, as I say, very sought after within the cross community. So a lovely, lovely pen. The pen from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel is around about 133 millimeters capped. Around the barrel, it's around about 9.5 millimeters in diameter. So it's quite a slim pen. Okay, so some people, prefer the slim pen. Some people prefer sort of the oversized pens. But in my opinion, still very much underrated. You can see on this one, some people that look at the Cross Century 2, which has this sort of raised lip or band to the bottom of the cap. You can see on this model, it's actually flush with the barrel. So let's take the cap off, which is friction fit. Let's show you the pen. Numerous different angles. Very nice pen indeed. And once again, in my opinion, not super rare, but it is a rare pen, and it is a rather sought after pen. You can see the section there in black, quite a long section. If we unscrew it, you can see it's got metal threads there to the end of the section. Let's pop that back. Let's screw it back. So once again, quite a long section, as you can see there. It's got this silver ring towards the end of the section near the nib. And then if we show you the nib, it's got the very classic Cross 14 karat 585 gold nib. And this one to the bottom, it's got the letter F. So it's a fine nib. And what you'll notice is the earlier version it's quite a flat sort of squared nib. Okay, if you look there, that's a sideways view. There's another angle for you to look at. So it's quite a square nib, as opposed to the later version, which is a more rounded nib. So that's one way of telling the difference. So again, there's a sideways view. There's the cross feed underneath. Lovely and clean. It's in lovely condition. Even with my large hands, although it's a slim pen, it's still a nice, comfortable pen to hold and to write with. It's very nice indeed. So what we'll do, I'm not going to fill the pen because it's in lovely condition, all nice and clean. I'll leave that pleasure to the new owner. But what we'll do, let's just do a dip test just to see how the pen writes. So what we've got is a cross century. As I say, that's all it is, a cross century, not a cross classic or century classic or anything else, just simply the cross century. As we've said, made in Ireland, and made, I would say, around the 1980s. There's no flex to these nibs. They tend to be quite, although it's a little bit springy, it's got a nice spring to the nib. It's writing as you'd expect from a quality pen. Writing very, very nicely indeed. So as it said on the nib, it's writing with a fine line, writing very nicely indeed. A lovely spring to the nib, nice and comfortable, a pleasure to write with. So let's just give it a quick wipe, and then what we'll do, we'll just clean that nib, swill it out in some water. There we go, a lovely click when we put the cap back on, and there we have it. A very much underrated pen manufacturer, the Cross Pen Company, or as they were called at the time, AT Cross. Okay, but this one, as I've said numerous times, is the Cross Century, the earlier model in sterling silver, very much sought after, in lovely, lovely condition. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget to leave a comment below, don't be shy, and as I said, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel as well. But for now, I'm just going to say Slavo Kriini from me and this lovely pen. I'm going to say bye-bye for now.